strong wave clear for top lane, and also he can stay capable in the mid lane, especially after the buffs on 8.5. We mentioned Caitlyn and Ezreal as the AD carries man. I guess Kai'Sa may be enabled today. We weren't 100% clear whether she'd be enabled or not. Will we actually see the LCK debut of Kai'Sa?
He's smirking. I don't think we will. Not just yet. Right, Deaths? Yeah. He's going to switch to the Ezreal. Just trying to bait everybody in the studio and at home.
I got baited. What can I say?
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of it, as you were talking about, but not here, not in this patch. Not just yet. So what will be the response? I'm looking forward to seeing what will we see in the mid lane from Ian.
I think we'll be seeing the Scion in top lane. It's 8.5, so there has been the nerf on the generous hitbox of the Roar of the Slayer, so a bit more skill required, and ADD definitely has the reps on the Scion to have his eye in. We'll wait to see what they decide, because KT are flexing the Swain all the way to final pick. Final decision here, need a safe blind pick. The Anivia has gone way up in priority in recent moons. Will it be blind picked in this game? It's a pretty strong matchup into the Swain because of the range. And now Swain has to deal with either a banner of command in his face or the potential outrange that can happen from the Anivia. So I like how MVP have tried to play around the ambiguity of the Swain pick.
Well, they got to reveal it now. All the cards are going to come up on the table. And what's it going to be? Hovering the Gnar here for Smeb. Definitely something he's played a lot, but he switches it to Gangplank right at the ends here. Surprised it took that long to get all the way to the Gangplank, but does come through.
There's 2 games on the main account for Ucal, but all these players have multiple accounts and hide away some of their big picks. So we'll be mid lane Swain against the Anivia.
This will be the first match of the last week. Week 9 here in LCK 2018 Spring.
And Deft is feeling pretty happy because he got a Q off, and his first Q got him a sack of gold. So already gold generation going on for the Ezreal. Seeing a potential fight for the Spire, 3v3.
And that's going to be a big stun to start it off into a second stun. This is unbelievable. Already the flash going to come out from Score, and Ucal on the run here has to burn his own flash. A terrible start for KT, but a fantastic read and response from MVP.
And the trade to get maximum value out of the Skarner, I guess you would want a Thresh to throw a Lantern to get that cool suppression into Lantern play. So not available here is bot lane.
Oh boy, Mana in a bit of trouble here. Doesn't have his flash, but a fantastic ultimate. Max is getting really low. The teleport's coming in, and not enough damage coming out for MVP's bottom lane to take out Mata, so it doesn't work. Here comes Score now, looking for this with the Predator. Max trying to hop away here. The flash is not going to work out on the Score, but eventually, after the Feather Storm comes out, it is enough. First Blood does go over to Deft on the Ezreal. Now Ian in a bit of trouble. Will be able to back off after all that action.
They spotted him out, but still walked up, and Maha's flash had only just come off cooldown. Doesn't use it. He goes down. Big penalty. The side of MVP. They thought they had it, but 3v2. It was actually the 2v3 turnaround that allowed this to happen. Mata instantly interrupts Max, and a full unload of damage from Deft makes 2 people extremely low. Teleport in the middle from both of the top laners. Both of them cancel, but Skarner comes down, and even though there's that early vision for the side of MVP, Max gets the respect flash, but Maha isn't able to get out. So definitely a flash first, working out really well for them. They're pushing up, they're in control. That was cheeky from Deft, looking for the harassment with the E there on the Ezreal. Not usually what we see Arcane Shift used for. But lane control in bot, a kill on top lane, and Ucal farming it out against the Anivia. Things going very well so far for KT.
Beyond is trying this again, but now Maha in a lot of trouble here. The Cannon Barrage coming in, but the Nakam on a Deft is getting low and eating those tower shots. The both of them get kidnapped, and a double kill to Maha. Perfect timing from Beyond, a bit too much from KT.
And Mata flashes in for the Q, and it's exactly the same time as Beyond comes in. Feels like his birthday has come early, getting the kidnap onto 2 members under turret. Watch the replay. We knew Deft and Mata were being hyphy when Deft used the Arcane Shift for harass. He used it to go in again to chase down the kill. But grand entrance into the kidnap acts with the suppression. So MVP picking up those kills, getting a bit of bot lane control as the Infernal is the next Drake to come onto the map is welcome news for the side of MVP.
Ucal trying to spot this out. They know that someone's over here, but Ian with the roam is just running straight into them beyond with the knockup. But this is 4-on-3, and a TP is going to come on in, trying to get them pretty low, and it looks like finally Maha does go down. Beyond going a little bit too far deep. ADD also completing his teleport here. And now it's just all on the run for MVP as they do not want any time to get on in here. They get the stun onto Smeb and forced.
And let's see how they can maximize his effort. Because the moment they group, MVP have to be so careful or to use the wall to cut KT off.
MVP get the fast track in onto this Drake, and KT essentially just give it to them. But they're going to fight here. They're going to get on top of Ian, who eventually does cleanse flash, but it is going to go over to MVP in the back. That entrance from Max is not going to work, and finally the impale onto Beyond is going to be enough. Everybody on the side of MVP just trying to disengage, but they cannot in the end. They get the one Infernal Drake for 3 members of their team.
They need to use the wall, which obviously would only be level 1 at this point, to keep KT away. They cannot afford to choose fights against KT, and Def gets more kills. More of this, they will lose their mid lane turret as well. You need to know when your enemy is at its strongest, and 2-item Ezreal, pre-20 minutes. Very few champions in League can stand out to what he can provide.
You have to wonder where this game would be had the tower dive not come in, but it feels like MVP essentially just played straight into KT's hands, and that's definitely not a feel-good moment for them, whereas KT finally getting their feet underneath them.
And it's the zone control we mentioned. First we see the Gangplank ultimate, then Leona flashes for her own ult, and going for the play, making the controlling space, and Ian and Maha at the bottom can do nothing. They have to walk away from the rest of the team because they've been zoned out, and that is how KT looks to play out fights. They're looking for a second one here, KT.
It felt weird. It's like he was too far down the lane when he was right next to his turret, and now it looks like ADD is going to be the one that gets caught up here. Nobody is safe when you're this far ahead. 10,000 gold is the advantage for KT at 22 minutes into the game.
And the lane ward's running so much value, they turn onto the Baron already. MVP gonna take an age to check it. They might just have to give this one up.
Hey, you'd have to think so, unless Beyond can get the Miracle Steal, but already Mata and Ucal are gonna be on top of this. It's going to go over to Score and KT. Everybody on MVP once again just trying to run. Maha takes a huge barrel to the face, and they're trying to get down on him. Smeb wants one more barrel. Can he do it? The answer's no. Actually gets himself into a bit of trouble here. Still has his stopwatch in the end. It looks like he will actually survive after all that funny action.
Yeah, comical that the Gangplank's able to live.
Response from them there. Question is, you know, you can stop him once, can you stop him in the future? Smeb in a bit of trouble, but again, it is the Gangplank. Beyond actually the one in trouble. Now Smeb is just turning onto ADD. There's the Solar Flare, and now that should be enough damage to take him out. Kill will go over to Def. Meanwhile, on the top side, Ucal, by the way, pushing all by himself, not necessarily needing the help of his team.
Yeah, 4v5 throw that they get the kill. They rotate to mid lane. Going to be a second inhibitor turret going down. No damage onto Ian. Maha can't walk up because he has to respect the Leona. KT may have made some miscalculations in aggression, but overall, they've played their game plan super well.
It was just the 2 kills with the perfect timing from Beyond in the bottom side when they got a little bit too aggressive. Outside of that, KT have been stomping MVP. I was thinking, you know, maybe they would give a win away, but after this performance, not so sure. They're trying to burst down Ucal, but he still has his stopwatch, and now they're just going to easily turn this one around. There is no chance for MVP to win this fight.
Just Swain things. Smeb walking up. They want exit kills and to end the game here, KT.
Yeah, just trying to make their the KDA look a little bit better towards the end, but looks like we should have a pretty quick game at the end of it all. Just about 27 minutes. Looking for ADD here. See you later. You're going to go down eventually. Ian trying to help out and do the Anivia miracle, but it's not really working. Mata actually does go down to ADD, but that will be the Nexus eventually falling with the help of the minions as KT will take game number 1.
27 minutes of domination from KT with about 30 seconds of question marks. KT Rolster showing the aggressive play, but they have